Trustee Riley, when you're ready.
We do have a quorum. Good afternoon, excuse me, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us for the August 22nd, 2023 Chicago Teachers Pension Fund Finance and Audit Committee meeting. For the record, I am Mary Sharon Riley, Financial Secretary and Chair of the committee. This meeting is being held in person at our offices at 425 South Financial Place with a remote access option. Finance and Audit Committee is a standing committee, includes 5 CTPF trustees. A quorum for this committee is 3 trustees. The committee meets as needed and provides oversight of management's administration of the fund's annual budget and financial operations. Committee members include Vice President Jacqueline Price Ward, Quentin S. Washington, Victor Ochoa, and Philip Weiss, and myself. Please note the following. Access instructions for remote attendance and instructions for in-person attendance have been posted on the fund's website. All participants, please wait to be recognized by the chair before speaking, and please limit discussion from each trustee to 3 minutes. Participants, please remember to turn on your microphone when speaking and turn it off when you are done. This is for benefit of the online participants. Please note that our staff and trustees to focus on the business of the meeting, we will not be responding to messages from participants using the Zoom chat feature. Please forward questions to member services. We will now move to public participation. Do we have any members of the public who wish to be heard? Please raise your hand or send a note to the chat. Please limit your statement to 3 minutes. Is anybody watching this? Do we have anybody? No?
No.
Okay, thank you. We will now, thank you. We have, I don't know how many trustees we have on site and one trustee participating remotely. Before we take the roll, I would like to ask the remote participant to identify themselves for the record. Victor?
Yeah, this is Victor Ochoa.
Thank you. Please call the roll.
Trustee Riley,
Present.
trustee Price Ward,
Present.
trustee Washington,
Present.
trustee Weiss,
Present, thank you.
all of non-committee members, trustee Blackwell, trustee Nelson,
Present.
trustee Rodriguez,
Present.
trustee Travelos, trustee Benson,
Present.
trustee Woods. That concludes roll call.
Thank you. I guess we first need a vote to approve the remote participation. Oh. Thank you. Thank you.
And let me be clear, we don't even vote for the person, right?
We are going to vote, and we'll ask trustee Ochoa just to confirm that he has a statutory reason that he's unable to be here in person.
No, but I'm saying those of us who are not on the committee.
Correct. It'll just be committee members who vote to
Right.
admit trustee Ochoa as a full participant.
Yes, I'm remote for a medical reason.
Thank you, trustee Ochoa.
All of it.
Roll call, trustee Price Ward,
Present.
oh, I'm
Yes.
sorry, trustee Riley,
Yes.
trustee Washington,
Yes.
trustee Weiss.
Yes.
Thank you.
All right, the next item is to approve the May 23rd Finance and Audit Committee meetings. a minute, I'm sorry, from May 23rd. Do I hear a motion?
Second.
Call the question?
Trustee Ochoa,
Yes.
trustee Price Ward,
Yes.
trustee Riley,
Yes.
trustee Washington,
Yes.
trustee Weiss.
Yes.
That concludes roll call.
Thank you. So the first item is to go into executive session. And a report of the Internal Audit Director, Sean Hickey. Sean, where are you? Come ahead. First, we have to move into a closed session.
That's correct, and it'll be pursuant to section 2C29 of the Open Meetings Act. We'll need a motion.
Do I hear a motion from a committee member?
So moved.
I'll second it.
Okay, thank you. Call the question?
Roll call, trustee Ochoa,
Yes.
trustee Price Ward,
Yes.
trustee Riley,
Yes.
trustee Washington,
Yes.
trustee Weiss.
Yes.
Thank you.
I have to go to another link, I suspect.
Yes.
All right.
And Cecilia, I am on that link. I just need to connect the Zoom.
That's right, I got 2 copies of this.
You missed it, trustee Weiss, we just adjourned.
Get back here.
Oh, yeah, we're only halfway.
Yeah, but some of it's, I think, fairly simple.
Trustee Riley, are you ready?
Yes,
Okay, roll call. Trustee Riley,
present.
trustee Price Ward,
Present.
trustee Ochoa,
Present.
trustee Washington,
Present.
trustee Weiss.
Present. Thanks.
Roll call of non-committee members, trustee Blackwell, trustee Nelson,
Present.
trustee Rodriguez,
Present.
trustee Travelos, trustee Benson,
Present.
trustee Woods,
She was here.
trustee Woods,
Must have left. Yeah, she was on
He was on
remote.
the other session.
that concludes roll call.
Okay. The employer reporting and audit status, who's presenting that?
Good afternoon, Chairperson Riley,
Yes, go right ahead.
members of Finance and Audit Committee, and other members of the board.
Is that mic on?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, she's not a
All
teacher.
right.
She's not like the rest of us.
Right, I'll start over. Good afternoon, Chairperson Riley, members of Finance and Audit Committee, and other members of the board. It's my pleasure to be here today. My name is Aidan Mabrati. I'm the supervisor of employer reporting team, and I'll be presenting to you the next 3 slides pertaining to the operating highlights of employer reporting. Okay, so the first slide represents CPS submission status update. The data contains from April to July of 2023. We have received all CPS files on time, and we have also received the funding from CPS all in full. Any questions on that?
Nice to hear they're on time.
So we proceed with the charter exception status update. This chart depicts year-over-year charter exception report count. And as you see in the chart, the exception status count has stabilized. We've been working with employers to make sure that the exceptions are under control, and we will continue to work with employers to make sure data discrepancies are resolved in a timely manner. Any questions or concerns?
No.
What do you think triggered the success that they've paid on time?
With CPS?
Yes. Is there something new that, or somebody else new down there, or? No, I don't mean it as insulting. I mean, serious, right? Or something we're doing different?
With regards to CPS, are you referring to the wages that we've been receiving for CPS?
That
or-
the report is positive, that the report is.
Yes, yes. I mean, over the past year, they have been good in submitting both
better.
data and contributions on time. So we haven't seen anything that kind of captured attention, but they've been good in the recent history, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
We proceed with CPS. If you go 1 slide up, please. Yeah, so the last part is the CPS exception status update. Over the past 4 months, we've been working with CPS, and the exception count has significantly dropped. And this has been a collaborative effort with CPS with regards to making sure that we're getting the response from CPS, and this data discrepancies have been going down. And we would expect to work closely with CPS to make sure that these numbers are trending downwards. Yeah. So with this, I'll transition to Renita. She will be updating us on the audit status update.
Chairperson Riley, my name is Renita Watts, and I am the supervisor employer audit team here at CTPF. Okay, I'll be going over the active schools update for the audits. We have 39 schools that's in field work in progress, where we're verifying the member salaries, ISB verification, and reviewing the payroll data. We have 27 audits in queue, which are our 3rd-year audits, which we have not started at this point in time. And then we have 23 that's preliminary reports under review, in which most of these audit reports we have taken on from B&K when we got rid of B&K, the auditor. Next slide. Okay, so this slide is an update from the last Finance and Audit Committee to current. We have 7 schools that we moved from preliminary under review to waiting on the employer response. We have reviewed that report internally, and we're waiting for the employer to respond to the findings of that audit report. We also have working with legal concept schools, which is another school that B&K had, and we have moved that from working with legal to preliminary report under review. Then for the closed schools, we have audit completed. We added 2 schools, which is Young Women's Leadership and Chicago Virtual. And then we have 1 school that's in field work in progress, which is Hope Institute Academy, which is our first contract school. Next slide. This is a closed schools, there's closed schools audits that we have done. We have 8 that were unable to locate anyone, which we've been working with Dan and legal and Executive Director Lenore to see if we can possibly cancel these audits because we can't locate anyone and we cannot get any payroll information.
Isn't that
6,
nice? They disappear.
yes, it would be. We have 6 that's working with legal, and we have 6 audits that we completed for the closed schools. Next slide. And this is just a status key of all the different various statuses for the audits. Next slide. Next slide. Go ahead, Liz.
I have a question regarding this audit status update.
Mhm.
Closed schools, okay, so these schools are leaving owing money or what's happening here? Okay, I just want
The closed schools as a whole,
to,
there's schools that are closed and we are working on the audits, but we have the 8 that's unable to locate anyone. They did close.
okay, but they close owing money to CTPF? I'm just wanting to know. Okay,
So for some of those schools, Trustee Nelson, because we haven't been able to get the payroll records, we're not sure if they owe or we owe them.
I see.
So it's a matter of not having access to the payroll records. And in most of these audits, we do find that there've been overpayments and deficiencies.
All right, thank you.
Teachers try to retire, and we have no record at all.
So that's a question that Dan and I have talked about in terms of what the statute requires of CTPF. And our interpretation of the statute is that to apply for a benefit and to be eligible for a benefit, the contributions would have to be paid. So some proof that the service was rendered would need to be exacted from that member, but contributions would need to be paid before we would actually grant a pension.
But if they had it withheld from their checks and the school didn't give it to us, we still have to give them a pension.
Then we would pay the pension, yes.
I don't know.
Thank you all for the answer. Okay.
Continue.
Next slide, please. Are we the CPS payroll audit?
It's another deck with your employer audit status.
No, I just had the CPS payroll audit status.
It's on page 19.
That's a different item on the agenda, right?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Danielle? It's the CPS payroll audit? I can't see, hold on.
I know, I can't see.
Yep, that's it. It's on the screen now.
Okay. For the CPS payroll audit, our external auditor, McNeil, is currently working on the CPS audit. The scope period is July 1st, 2017 through June 30th of 19. There are over 40,000 plus employees at CPS, so we've divided this audit report up into 15 distinct groups based on the last name. Currently, CPS letter A, the audit has been finalized and approved by the board. Letter D, McNeil has finalized that report, and we're waiting for approval. And then letters B, C, E, F, and G. McNeil is working on finalizing these reports so we can get them approved. It took McNeil 134 days to conduct the audits for letters B through G with a total population of 22,078 members. There were only 129 findings for the letters B through G, which is 0.584% of the population. The average cost to conduct 100% audits, which is letters A through G, is approximately $123,000 per audit. And for the sample auditing, it's approximately $17,000. So in moving to the sample auditing, we project that the savings for letters H through M will be $530,000. And for letters H through Z, it'll be $1.06 million. CPS letters H through M, McNeil moved to a 3% sample audit as of June 14th, 2023, with a population of 14,047 members and a sample size of 421. For the rest of the letters from N through Z, the employer audit team, we will continue to do our analysis and review the licensure lookups while McNeil complete the current audits. Any questions? Go ahead.
I just want to make sure I heard you correctly. You said that the sample audit was 17,000 per audit group, right?
That's an estimate cost, yes.
And did I hear you say something about the savings?
Yes.
The savings was how much?
The savings is $530,000 if we move to the sampling
Mhm,
for the letters H through M.
mhm.
And if we do it from H, do the sample from H through Z, it's estimated to be $1.6 million.
Okay, that will save.
We'll save,
That's what I
save,
thought I heard you say.
save, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Any other questions? Any other questions?
Anyone else? Okay, let's proceed.
Thank you.
Who's next? Is it Paul Pasternak, is it?
We should be on CB, Madam Chair.
Hmm?
Right?
We're number 8.
Is that what we're on?
6B.
We skipped.
It should be 6B.
Oh, all right, yeah.
We skipped 6B and went to 7A. Mhm.
Hi, everyone.
Oh, it's Evelyn. Okay. 6B, yeah.
Oh, it was 6B, because I was looking at,
Mhm.
some people are presenting more than once, that's why I mixed.
Mhm.
Whoever, come on.
Go ahead, Evelyn.
Good afternoon, everyone. Can everyone hear me?
Yes.
Who is this?
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone.
What?
My name is Evelyn Abrego. I am the manager for the accounting operations. Hello?
You know what? I think, Evelyn, your voice is kind of
You're
breaking.
actually cutting
Hello?
out.
Yes, I
cutting
think
out a
it's, I
lot.
think it's your internet.
She should maybe turn her camera off. That might help.
Yeah, try turning off your camera, Evelyn. She's frozen.
Everyone hear me now?
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
better.
you might want to turn off your camera just to save some bandwidth. Yep.
Good afternoon, everyone. Is this better?
A little bit.
Hello?
Yes.
Be a tough one.
I'm sorry, I'm having really bad internet connection today.
Yeah.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Evelyn Abrego. I am the manager for the accounting operations team here at CTPF, and I will be going over the employer payroll delinquency section. First, I will begin with the June AR aging report. In this month, we had 3 employers with untimely submissions. Amandla Charter School for $1,204.13. Urban Prep Academies for $403.69. And North Lawndale College Prep had 2 untimely submissions for a total of $603.65. I will also go over received in the month of June. We received the payment from Little Black Pearl for $5,475.94, which was received on June 13th. North Lawndale, we also received a payment from North Lawndale College Prep for $6,517.85, received on June.
We're not hearing you, Evelyn.
The July AR aging report. Hello?
Yeah.
Now we hear you.
Yeah, Bear, you going in and out.
Okay, great. I'm sorry. Yes, I today. I'm having a bad internet day.
Yeah.
So we noticed.
I do apologize for this. Did you hear anything from the June AR report, or should I go over it again?
Yeah, I think we heard.
I think it's okay. I think we have it in front of us.
We've
so-
got it. Go ahead, Evelyn. Try to wrap it up.
Okay. July, there were no new bills generated in the month of July, but we did receive 2 payments from North Lawndale College Prep. The first was received for $417, which was received on July 3rd. And the second for $6,517.85, received on July 17th. This concludes my presentation for the agent reports for June and July. Are there any questions?
Lois?
I have one question regarding the dear CTPF Board of Trustees. I am right, oh, I'm sorry, thank you. Dear CTPF Board of Trustees, I'm writing on behalf of Little Black Pearl Workshop to request a full payment. We're not there yet? Well, she said she was gonna wrap up. So I wanted the question before she wraps up.
No, that's the next item on the agenda.
Well, if she was gonna wrap up, okay. Thank you.
Not that you're gonna understand anything, but
Yeah. Okay, so it's on the table and I can wait and it won't be forgotten.
No, we're gonna talk about it
Thank
right
you.
now.
Okay.
Thank you, Evelyn.
Thank you. Sorry about this, everyone.
next time we'll see you here.
Chair Riley, you ready to move to the next item?
Yes, let's go to the next item.
Okay.
Isn't that the Little Black Pearl one?
Yes.
Yes.
That's you, Lois.
Hello, can you guys hear me? Okay, I think so. All right. Good afternoon, Chairperson Riley, members of the Finance and Audit Committee, and other members of the board. As a reminder, my name is Paul Pasternak. I'm the manager of the employee reporting team, and today I will go over the request for a waiver from Little Black Pearl. If you recall from our last meeting that we've had, Little Black Pearl submitted a waiver request for a full refund or for waiver, for full waiver, and the committee granted a 50% reduction in the bill. Since then, Little Black Pearl brought forth additional consideration, but still also requested full refund. You have some of the information right in front of you. Additionally, some circumstances have changed, impacting the late bill. Thus, we needed to recalculate the late bill, which is now the accurate outstanding amount of $15,456.40. That would be the amount of additional without any reductions, whereas the original reduced amount was $32,844.55. Today, we have a school representative, Ms. Shatila Segohart from Little Black Pearl. So should you have any questions, she's here to answer those for you.
Thank you all for considering.
Sorry. You're good.
Thank you so much, board, for considering the waiver request. My name is Dr. Shatila Denise Segohart. I am the Director of Finance at Little Black Pearl, and I've recently taken on that role in January. And upon taking on that role, I was made aware of the late pension payments to the board, in addition to, you all's inability to really contact the previous finance director that was in the role, because there has really been an ill intent to hide, what was going on there from his, position. And so, I'm coming to the board to ask that you all really consider our financial position right now. Little Black Pearl is a very small school right now. We have about 70 students there, considering that our budget from CPS is about $1.4 million in order to operate for 100 kids. The initial request, we were very grateful, that you all submitted the 50% waiver. I was very grateful for that. But then I also found out that one of the individuals that was paying into the pension, or that we perceived as being late, actually was never even a certified teacher. And so that's when we came back to recalculate the late fees for the previous employees, giving us the $15,000 late fee. And so what I was requesting still is that you honor the 50%, waiver that you initially gave us for the original amount, which was around $60,000. But considering that one of those employees was never, even a part of the pension, we never, should have gotten any pension contributions at all. We're just asking that, you still consider the 50%, waiver that you gave us initially to apply to that $15,000. We have made a $5,000 payment, and so then I'm requesting that it be brought down to $7,000, and I make the initial, the last payment of $2,000 in excess.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. You just wonder.
Let me make sure I understand you
Yes,
correctly.
ma'am.
Okay, so when it went down to 15,000, you paid, you all paid 5,400 and some odd, dollars.
We were paying the $5,000 monthly on the $30,000 bill. But in that time, I found out that, well, actually, Ms. Mason is not a certified teacher and was never a part of the pension.
And that was discovered since you've been there?
Yes.
Okay, so I want to be clear on what you're asking.
Yes.
You have paid the $5,495
Yes.
or whatever and some change. You're saying you want to pay $2,000 more?
Well, I'm not saying I want to pay because we
Okay.
are really, financially, this is a huge burden, for us to pay. And just to give, some context that we're taking other remedies for the person that was in this role, but the burden is not just, something like this that I'm speaking upon. We have a lot of, other outstanding things that we are trying to remediate, because of just negligence. And so, yeah, I'm asking that my real ask is that all of the fees are waived. But I do understand the commitment, that you all have to making sure that employees, have funds in their pension. And that's not something that I personally, take lightly or that we take lightly at Little Black Pearl. I'm just, asking that you all can consider and give as much grace as
Right,
possible.
so I wanted you to repeat what you said about the $2,000. I'm just trying to understand what you were saying. You said that that you've already paid this 5,000. You want to pay what? You want the 50%
Off the
off of the
15,000.
10,000, off of the 15 or the 10?
It was 15, it was 15,000.
The 15,000, which would be 17,500.
75.
75.
Right.
Okay. Well, actually, and this is my nemesis here, I just want you to know. You know what, I'm feeling kind of, because with the explanation of this, I do understand. Then you are new in this position. So you want the 50% honored off of the 15. And, okay, all right. Okay, let me meditate on this for a minute. Go ahead, Quentin.
Okay, I'm confused.
Okay.
And so I teach music, I don't teach math. So I need 15,000. This was the adjusted amount after the person that was. So y'all had somebody on y'all payroll that was being paid in for here that shouldn't have been paid in for here. Is not a certified teacher.
Correct.
Which means, so that money goes back to the school.
them. Well,
Or it would go, or it chops down on the bill that they
Yes, it
currently
chopped
have
down.
paid.
No, we have to give that money back to the school.
Okay. Okay. And so what is the balance? 2,000?
15,000, right?
The
And
outstanding balance right now, without any reductions, is $50,456.40. The employer is asking for 50% reduction, which would be around $7,700. They've made a payment through the original agreement for the first installment, which was over $5,000. So if you take the $7,400 minus $5,000, that would roughly owe a little bit over $2,000. And so that's what they're asking for, correct?
Carlton, should we not take this under consideration later?
To take it up later. Yep.
Yeah.
yeah. Because I think, now what was the $50,000 figure you just said?
The 15,000 was.
Oh, I thought you
the
said
reduced-
50.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, 15. That's what I
15.
understand.
Okay.
The $15,000 is what they owe after the recalculation.
And they've paid five something
And they have
already.
paid 5,000 on the 15,000? No, you just paid your payment.
They
Right,
paid
you made it.
5,000 based on the payment plan that they had from before when they had the original invoice with the addition.
Of the 30 some odd thousand.
Correct,
Okay.
correct.
All right,
because
so
it-
you
it-
paid 5,000 on the 30,000. So right, so
I hear you now. I'm
Yes.
caught up. Okay.
Right.
I understand what you're saying now.
How much do we owe them for the payment for the non-certified teacher?
You have that, Paul?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear the question.
What was the amount of? the
I was just
overpayment?
asking, how much do we owe CTPF for the payments of the non-certified teacher?
Of the contributions you mean to return, I would have to, I don't have the number in front of me, I'll have to. double
All
check.
right.
Okay.
Like you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, we need the numbers so that we can be,
Excuse me,
Clear.
Dan had his hand.
oh, I'm sorry.
I'd just like to ask for a clarification, the number, what, 15,000 and some change. Does any of that represent contributions or is that all late fees and LDs?
That's contributions and late fees.
So include some contributions. It's not just late fees and liquidated damages.
Okay, we don't have all.
No liquidated damages, just contributions, right?
No,
And late fees. So those are all just late fees.
It's all
And
late
interest.
fees. The 15,000 is all late fees.
Yes.
There's no
Yes.
late contributions right now. I mean,
There is no more. There's
No
nothing new.
unpaid contribution.
Correct,
So
correct.
it's just
Yeah.
late fees. So just keep that in mind.
Yes.
Because it's the contributions that would make us whole. So we've been made whole in terms of the contributions that were owed.
That's
this
why,
is
Dan,
all
I think we
penalty.
should discuss this.
This is
later.
all penalty. Okay, that helps.
Yes.
That helps a lot. So, and that's why she was saying she wanted to honor, right? I'm sorry, Bill.
No, I just want to make a suggestion. I think what we need is a ledger
Yeah.
that
Yes.
shows what
That's
exact.
why I want to stop
Right,
this
that's what
discussion right
The
now.
chairperson said,
Oh,
yeah, you need more information.
That's why let our staff tell us
Decision.
the actual facts. We're not going to answer this right now for this lady.
So did you put, I'm sorry, and I don't know, you may have, my question is, did you put any of this, your breakdown in writing and leave it here or give it to someone here? Have you sent it?
So, yeah, we've had a long email correspondence, and I believe that Paul, and there's, the late.
Who are you sending correspondence?
Paul, and then also the late employee email. It's like a general email box that we've been.
Just so that
corresponding on.
everything's there, they can review it.
Yes.
Yeah, we
Yes.
have all the information. Yes.
Yeah, Paul, you can give this to all of us then.
Yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Thank you.
Yeah.
All right.
No.
You have.
Just ending the discussion. We're going to get the information from Paul.
Okay, can I ask a question, Madam Chair? Is it possible that because there are two things going on here. We don't have the exact numbers,
Right.
but their ask is that we would at least honor the 50% that we agreed upon before. And so I think regardless of whatever, I'd like to make a motion that we at least honor that 50% that
What's the
we've set.
50% on?
We don't know, so that's why we need to know.
The,
For the 15,000.
It's on the 15,000.
it's on the
Yeah.
15,000.
15 or 50?
15.
15.
1.5.
Right. So to honor the 50% payment on the 15,000 that they owe. And then we'll figure this other
I
stuff.
think it's already been agreed upon, no?
I don't know.
Well, it's been agreed to on the original invoice.
Right.
Right.
Now this has changed,
So I
so
see
that's
what
why
you're
it's
saying.
Oh, I
brought forward. Yes.
see.
Right. So
So
that's
we have
why I'm-
already voted for that. Even though I voted no.
So, yeah, so then my request, my motion is that we honor the 50% that we've already agreed to, subject to final staff audit of these, of this situation.
I think that's fair.
You gonna second it?
I'll second it.
Thank you.
Because I might have to kill you.
Madam Chair. Okay.
Trustee Ochoa,
You have to leave.
trustee Price Ward,
Yes.
trustee Riley,
Yes.
trustee Washington,
Yes.
trustee Weiss,
abstain.
3 ayes, 1 abstention.
All right, so the motion passed with 3 affirmative votes.
I don't get to vote, so-
Oh,
but you could
okay.
smile at me anyway.
Thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Thanks, everyone.
Coming in. Oh,
Absolutely. And of course, if you have any additional questions, I will definitely answer them.
Thank you.
I'm not on the committee, but best of luck here in.
Thank you.
Elise, audit charter. Hi, Elise.
Good afternoon, everyone. So a request was made for me to put together a charter for the Finance and Audit Committee in terms of all of the functionality that the committee performs. So
Lisa, I think it might be a good idea to take the mask off when you're using the mic.
I would prefer not for medical reasons to take.
No,
it
I
off.
understand that, but we can't hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay, all right. Okay, I'm sorry about that. So can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I was requested to put together a Finance and Audit Committee charter to outline all of the functionality for the different options that the committee performs and oversight. What I wanted to include in that charter related to the oversight of our independent audit, the functionality of the committee to review the annual budget, as well as approving that budget for moving forward to the Board of Trustees. Also, to interact and hear reports from various financial experts and specialists, such as outside auditors, et cetera. And also to hear various requests from employers related to waivers, as well as to review any types of settlements or also reports of delinquency or late fees owed by the employer. Also to interact with staff and looking at any types of best practices that would improve and affect our strategic plan or programs. And the purpose of the charter is not to supersede the separate charter that has been put together by our Director of Internal Audit. The two charters work together. And then going through and talking about the composition of the committee, as well as the guidelines that the committee operates under. And so wanted to put that before you for your review and approval, and I'm open for any questions.
Any questions?
Just some little background too, because Dan reminded me, your board bylaws actually refer to a charter affiliated with this committee. So this kind of finally
Yeah,
fulfills.
so it makes it true, huh?
That's right, that we actually will then have a charter.
So do we have a motion to accept the charter?
Second.
Call the question.
Trustee Price Ward,
Yes.
trustee Riley,
Yes.
trustee Washington,
Yes.
trustee Weiss,
Yes, thank you.
4 ayes.
So Elise,
right.
you're still on.
Yes, so next I'll talk about our financial statements to give an update to the trustees. Yesterday, my team actually completed a draft of the June 2023 financial statements that we provided to our actuaries. And by the end of this week, we will have final audited financial statements available.
Excellent.
And then a second piece that I wanted to just touch upon was related to the administrative and investment expense report analysis. In the report, it actually shows total administrative expense spend for the year at 86%. So we're going to come in under budget. And I had a good piece of news yesterday. We received final manager fees. And we had an estimated amount of $47,161,610 as an estimated spend. However, our investment department gave us final numbers yesterday, and we're going to come in under budget. Yes. So our final number is going to be 44,688,792,000 or 473,000 under budget for the year.
Very good, thank you.
With that, I'll entertain any questions on any of the financial reports.
Seeing no questions. Yes, we see no questions. We trust you.
All right, thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
That's just a report. So do we have any unfinished business? New business? Guess what?
Motion to adjourn.
How about a motion to adjourn? Call the question?
Yes.
Roll call, trustee Price Ward,
Yes.
trustee Riley,
Yes.
trustee Washington,
Yes.
trustee Weiss,
Yes.
motion passes.
Thank you, everyone. So we